Okay, so this is another tutorial and we're going to be making a talking calculator. If you've done the tutorial for the quiz, you might notice some similarities in the code, which is a good thing. So it'll show you that you can program different things with very similar programming language and very similar patterns to your program. So I'm just going to demonstrate how the calculator works. I'm going to press the green flag and we'll start. So hello, I'm a talking calculator. Press space to start using me. So again, we've got an introduction like we did in the quiz. Enter your first number. So I'm going to enter some easy numbers. Enter my second number. What do I want to do with these numbers? I entered 5 and 10. I'm going to multiply them. So it looks like I need to type in the x. And there we go. So my answer is 10 times 5 equals 50. Okay, press clear, it clears the numbers here, and then if I press the green flag, I can do another sum. Okay, so we're going to go to a new project again, and we're going to start again, so you can see how this works. So I'm not going to do any of the background or the decoration, I always leave that till the end. So let's get the programming working, and then we'll do the decoration at the end. And again, this tutorial is going to be split into two parts. So we'll get the main body of the program going, and then we'll add the finishing details in the second tutorial. So the first step is to make the introduction section. So I'm going to start with an event, which is always my green flag, so that's always my start block basically, and I need to say the instructions. So when we do say blocks, which are in looks, we always use the ones, but at the moment I'm going to use the one like that with the timer and one without the timer. So the first one is going to say, hello, I'm a talking calculator. And I'll probably say that for maybe 3 seconds so people have time to read it. If you're a slower reader, then obviously you can leave it up for longer, so you can change the seconds in this block here. And then the second block says to press spacebar to start your calculation. So press space to start. So nice simple instructions. We could put something in here about what's going to happen or what numbers they should input, or putting the symbols for the calculation, but I'm going to leave that for now. I think that should be fine. So the next block, because we say press space to start, we need our events block that says when space key is pressed, so that we can start it using space, just like the instructions tells us to do. And the first step is to take in the information from the questions that are asked. So the questions we're going to ask is, what is your first number? What is your second number? So to do that, we need to store the answers that are given to us. When we store data or numbers or information that's put into a program, we need to make a variable. So I need 2 variables, because I need one for my first number and one for my second number. So I'm going to call them that, first number, and OK. And I make a second variable called second number. I'm going to be using the words first number and second number, so we don't have any confusion between numbers on the variables and numbers input from the user in this. So I need to ask the question. So asks are in sensing. So we're going to ask what is their first number. And I'm also going to ask what is their second number. I'm not going to quite put these together yet, as you can see. And then we also need to save the answer from each one. So I'm going to grab an answer while I'm there. Okay, so the question is, what is your first number? And what is your second number? Okay, so once I've asked that question, what's your first number, the user is going to type it in and it's going to be saved in my first answer block. So what I need to do is put the first number into the variable box that I have that is called first number. So I use the set block. What is your first number? Set first number to the answer that they give me. So it's basically putting the answer into that block. And then I'm going to do exactly the same for the second number. I'm going to take that block, I'm going to change it to second number, and I'm going to set the second number to the answer. So my first step in my program, I've taken in a number and I've put it into my variable block called first number. So what we can do is test this. So I've got first number and second number on my screen. I'm going to press the green flag and test that everything is working so far. So hello, I'm a talking calculator. Press space to start. What is your first number? And then my first number has gone into my number box. What is my second number? Let's choose the same one. And it's gone in there. It's not going to do anything else, but I know that that is working. So I'll go back to my code. So the next step is to take in what they want to do with that number, so the calculation that they want to do. So we're going to do add, take away, multiply or divide. So to do that, we ask another question. And we will need the answer as well. So, what do you want to do? So say add, and I'm going to put the symbol. So if you just wrote add, they would have to write the word add into their answer box. Because I'm doing the symbol, I'm going to get them to, I haven't given this instruction, but I'm hoping that they will write the symbol in. Take away, which would be take away. Multiply, which is our x, or divide, which is our slash. Oops. Forward slash. Okay. Now I've got that answer block hanging around somewhere, so I can get that out of the way. Okay, now once I've done this, I need to check what answer they have put in to the answer block, and I will do this by using an if statement. So what I want to do is if the answer that they've typed in, which is my blue answer here, is add, then I want to do add first number to second number. If they want to take away, then I want to do the sum first number take away second number. So in all I've got to do 4 sums, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I actually want to get 4 ifs, and each if is just going to go straight underneath, and each of these ifs I'm going to check what the answer is. So if the answer equals add, if the answer equals take away, if the answer equals multiply, and if the answer equals divide, and then tell them what to do in each situation. So if you can remember these diamond shapes, to check the answer I'm going to put the equal symbol in. So does the answer equal this? So I'm going to put 4 of these in. So it's easy to do these all at the same time almost. So I'm going to put the answer in there. So if the answer equals the add symbol, then I am going to have to do a sum here. So what I need to do is put the answer that I want into another box. So I'm going to make another variable. So I've got first number, I've got second number, but I also need the result of the answer to my sum. Now I've already got the word answer there, so I can't use that as a variable. So I'm going to have result. So the result of my sum. And as we've used before, I'm going to use the set. So we're doing this slightly backwards, but it's going to say set result to, and then I need to do first number, add second number. So let's see if we can find something. So I can go to my operators, which is my maths blocks, the green ones, and find my add block. So in here, I want to add first number to the second number. Instead of writing those numbers in, those numbers are saved in my variables. So I can say set result to first number plus second number. Now, if you follow that pattern for the next sum, so the next one's going to be takeaway. So I need to go answer equals plus. So this time I need answer equals takeaway. So it's going to be minus. Then I need the same block here from my variables. So set, remember it's the result because it's the result of the sum. And instead of add here, I'm going to go to my green blocks and I'm going to get the takeaway. Set result to takeaway, and I'm going to do exactly the same as I did here. First number plus, takeaway second number. Now you can see there's a pattern here. So each block I'm checking the answer equals the symbol, setting the result to first number plus second number. So I'm going to continue this without speaking over it, and you can follow as I go along. So answer, multiply, and as I've got the answer here, answer, divide. And do this together to save time. Result, result. I need my sum, so I need multiply, divide. Second number. Okay, so I've finished that section of the code. So I've done all my sums, answer equals plus, minus, multiply and divide. So I'm just going to test that again. So as you can see, the result is also on the screen. So at the moment, that's what I can use to check my program is working. So hello, I'm a talking calculator. Press space to start. What is my first number? So I'm going to put 5 in this time. Second number 5, and I want to add, so I'm going to type the add, and it gives me my result as 10. So what I want to do to check that each of those sums is working is do an add, take away, multiply and divide. So I'm going to do one more. You can do the other two just to check. This time I'm going to do 10, I'm going to do and 5, and then I'm going to do take away, so it should be 5, and so on. So I'm just checking each of my sums are correct. I'm going to go back to the code. So that's the end of this tutorial. The next one will show us how to display the results at the end, which will come at the bottom of the code here. And we'll also add a clear button so we can use the calculator again and clear the numbers from the memory.